Let's see what they found out about the tablet. Stirring up trouble. Y'shtola seems quite pleased with herself, but whether she has good or bad news to share remains to be seen. Let me begin by first explaining that I need to toggle the auto advance off so that it doesn't disappear instantaneously. I initially believed I might detail the history of the Church of the First Light. Much to my surprise, it dates back to the end of the Ronkan Empire and was likely written under the direction of the reigning ruler. It was a time of strife and unceasing war with neighboring nations. With each passing day, they yielded more and more territory to their enemies. In their desperation, petitions for aid were sent out to their allies. This was one such petition. And you think this ancient petition will somehow help us get into Ixmacha? Indeed we do. For etched into this tablet is a method by which one may prove themself an ally of the Ronkan Empire. Provided we are able to decipher said instructions, we may entreat the ruins' protectors to grant us safe passage. The problem, however, is I presently lack the resources to decipher them in their entirety. We have but one recourse. There exists a stone monument inscribed with ancient Ronkan text and translations into a more modern dialect which came into use after the fall of the Empire. I am confident it will suit our purposes. Where can we find this monument? Here in Sitia, quite close to Slitherbow, in fact. The good news ends there, however, for it is in the possession of a rather radical faction of dark worshippers, the Children of the Everlasting Dark. If I am to study the monument, I must infiltrate their encampment. I have no intention of taking longer than absolutely necessary, but I will nevertheless require time to transcribe the text I need. To ensure that I will have enough, I am afraid I must ask you and Thancred to assist me. And before you even ask, the answer is no. If we're to remain unseen, our group must be as small as possible. Thancred says to Minfilia's pleading look. All right, I'll stay here until you return. But I'll be sad about it. We won't be long. If anything should happen, you keep her safe, Urianger. I will indeed. Good Sir Thancred. Then let us convene outside to the west of Slitherbow, where the path diverges. Poor Minfilia. Nobody takes her seriously. Take care, Tiav. I will. For my part, I shall make all possible preparations that Y'shtola may begin translating the tablet upon her return. Thanks, Urianger. This music sounds like it was a track that they did for Stormblood that they didn't use, that they just sort of put in here for Shadowbringers, because it sounds like this would be much more at home in Kugani or something like that. Alright, we're heading out into the wilderness. It definitely has that sort of Asian flavor to it that was quite common in many of the areas of Stormblood. I found you guys out here in the very in-your-face music. All set. The encampment we seek is to the north, but it would be foolish to simply rush in. A guard has been posted at Cleric to keep watch over the children. Perhaps he has aught to share of their recent activity. But we must tread carefully. There is a chance we may encounter them along the way. Stay close and stay alert. I would avoid a confrontation if possible. They rejoice in dealing death to others, claiming that in doing so they cleanse their victims of sin and usher them into the sunless sea. I would rather not sully my hands defending myself against such madmen. So I'm supposed to stay close to you, but then you just vanished. So... okay... I don't see anybody to avoid a confrontation with, so... oh, I see a djinn. I see several djinns. I think I should avoid them. These yellow plants look a bit like rabbit ears from a distance. Oh, I think I see where we're going. Child of the everlasting dark, do not interfere with our plans. He yelled. I didn't want to have to kill you, but you attacked me first. And so your fate is sealed. It's okay, blessed watchman. I saved you. You're okay now. You can stop shaking. By the blessed dark! Thank goodness you are unharmed. We would have arrived sooner, but we too had a rather unwelcome visit from the children. You are an acquaintance of Master Matoya, then. My apologies. The children have been acting strange of late, so I thought to take a closer look. I was careless. Strange? What have you seen? Yes, at first there seemed to be nothing out of the ordinary, the usual gathering of ingredients for poisons from flora and fauna. But then I took notice of their venomous spiders. They've been breeding them in much greater numbers. It's as if they're preparing for something. Any ideas as to what? It could be anything, really. If it meant the end of the blessed, nothing would be too cruel or violent for them. But perhaps we can use their present preoccupation with spiders to our advantage. If we were to introduce a threat to the nests where they keep them, the children would be compelled to save them. Bees, for example, are a natural predator of spiders. Set them loose on the nests and we would have our opportunity to sneak into their encampment. Bees are a natural predator for spiders? Really? Are you sure about that, Y'shtola? I've never heard that in my life. Although offhand, I can't name any natural predators of spiders, so I guess it might as well be bees. What a mischievous plan! I like it. With a bit of smoke, we should be able to subdue a few colonies long enough to secure their hives. Have you anything we might be able to use? We should have smoke bombs at the outpost just over there. Then it's settled. Grab a few smoke bombs from the outpost and search about for beehives. I imagine the bees won't take too kindly to your visit, but once they're knocked out, take the beehives and bring them back here. 2 will suffice, I should think. 2 will suffice, I should think. It's okay, Blessed Watchman, you don't need to be scared anymore. If it's all the same to you, I'll be returning to Slitherbow. I don't want to get in the way. Stay safe, and may the shadows keep you. Alright, watch out for spiders and bees, and children of the night. Cleric. Oh, Cleric is a place. Well, I knew it was a place, but I did not realize that this tree was the place of Cleric until I just got to this side where there's an entrance. Hey, do you have, I need some smoke bombs. Now I'm going to go subdue some bees. Avoiding the wild swine. I think I need to go... There's a beehive. Lazatel's Conquest. I will use this handmade device crafted by the Knights Blessed to produce copious amounts of smoke upon this beehive. Oof. Uh-oh. The bees are swarming. I never suspected this would happen. Use a large burlap sack to take bees from the beehive. Do I have one of those? Oh, I do. That's handy. Got it. Oh, I see a vista before me. I must... It's a lovely, lovely waterfall. That's not a very good screenshot, but I took it anyway. Am I heading back to Cleric? I think I'm going to the other side of Cleric. This music needs a different beginning, I think. It has a bit of a harsh beginning. Where? There it is. Smoke bomb. Oof. Ah, there's two. I was not aware that there were two bee clouds. This is unprecedented. Whew. The large burlap sack was replaced with a buzzing burlap sack. That's pretty funny. I got him, you guys. Were you able to find any? Yes, two exactly. The guard returned to Slitherbow, but not before offering his thanks. As for the beehives, Thancred and I were successful in acquiring what we need. How did you fare? I got two buzzing burlap sacks. For God's sake, don't let them out! Here you go. Don't drop them. This is more than enough. The children are certain to be displeased. Let us hurry before the bees begin to stir. Stirring up trouble. Quest complete.